Yo, what's good with you? Back in black with another video. If you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. We are well on our way to 400 subscribers, so if you want to join the community and be a part of that, express your love for the shooting game genre, I would appreciate you, and you're goated. Anywho's, let's get into the news. So just a little quick enlisted video update, I guess you could call it. First things first, I know I'm a little late dropping the ball on this one, but they are having a sale right now for enlisted premium for Victory Day in Europe. So if you guys have been holding out on purchasing a premium account due to those prices, now would definitely be an excellent time to consider investing in that. My reasoning is that you can get an entire year of premium for $20. So I guess in my personal opinion, I would say the trade-off for what you are spending versus what you are getting is definitely worth it. I will say that you should probably act fast because since I am kind of late on saying anything about this, you only have about 2 more days left until the sale is over. But I figured I would mention it just because it's such a good deal. I didn't want anybody to miss out on it in case, they didn't hear from any other source. In other news, we do have some major changes coming to explosive packs and frag grenades in particular. They say that explosions in Enlisted are modeled realistically through 2 major factors, which include the blast wave and the fragments that obviously come from the blast. If you've been playing this game for a while, I'm sure you are aware that you are better off equipping all your soldiers with an explosive pack as opposed to equipping all your soldiers with a frag grenade. And from a developer standpoint, I can definitely see how this would be a major issue because I'm sure the usage rate of fragmentation grenades are pretty much non-existent. You might put it on like 1 or 2 of your soldiers in a squad, but I'd be hard pressed to imagine that somebody out there is putting frag grenades on all their soldiers. And I don't want to necessarily say that frag grenades in themselves are like bad and you should never use them, because when I do use them, they are pretty effective in the simple fact that you can throw them in a large group of infantry and it'll kill all of them very effectively. But simply put, it's just that explosive packs kind of are a 2-for-1, considering that you can use them on vehicles and you can use them on infantry and they will get the job done very effectively. So basically what the developers are saying that they are going to do here is that they're going to differentiate the frag grenades and the explosive packs more by making it so that explosive packs are less effective against infantry but more effective against vehicles, and frag grenades will obviously be the vice versa. My only worry with this change is that they don't take it overboard, because if we're being completely honest here, whether you're standing next to an actual frag grenade or you're standing next to a stick of dynamite, I'm pretty sure they're both gonna do a pretty good job of blowing your body in half. So I don't know, we're gonna see how they handle that. Fortunately, lethal grenades aren't the only grenades that are getting some reworks. We also have some changes coming to smoke grenades as well, and they're mostly positive in my personal opinion. I also feel that smoke grenades are usually never used, and if they are, very sparingly, and you usually only have them because they come with your sniper class. Other than that, I rarely ever see somebody talk about, yo man, I gotta go into the barracks and buy some smoke grenades. You never hear anything like that. So to combat that, what the developers have done is made it so that smoke grenades last longer and they start faster. I think they didn't say anything about this, but one thing that I also would like to see is that they would, have more volume. Maybe they will and they just didn't mention it in the update, but more smoke actually coming out of the grenade would be more useful as well. The reason they cite for making this change is obviously because a lot of enlisted is controlled by like open fields, and usually if you're running across these open fields, it's because it's the shortest path to your objective. And what people like to do is take their tanks and machine guns, snipers, and usually control that entire area. Normally in situations like they're describing, I would just propose doing a really wide flank so you could go around and get good position on the enemy and maybe hit the tanks with some explosive packs or snipers or whoever, whatever. But I do also understand that sometimes flanking may seem like an impossible task. So I would imagine that the effectiveness of this update really just depends on how volumetric the smoke actually is. If they make it so that more is coming out and it's more plentiful, it may actually make for a good strategy to throw a bunch of smoke grenades to push up to the objective. We're gonna have to see how that plays out. Not the biggest piece of news, but a really good quality of life change. We do also have some improvements as far as how long you can be AFK in a game. It was limited to 2 minutes before, but now it is being increased to 3 minutes. They say this is because they understand that life happens at home. Sometimes you gotta run, make a call, do whatever you gotta do. If you got kids, I don't know, whatever, what have you. But I don't necessarily mind this change, because sometimes I'd be having to do stuff too, and I would hate to come back and see that I was kicked from a game, especially if I was at the top of the list and doing a really good job. I'm sure that is something that happens to people very often. So good quality of life change, not mad at it at all. Last thing that I wanted to talk about was the Victory in Europe challenges that they got going on. This is lasting from May 6th to the 16th. And basically with this event, they will have variations of challenges each day. Like they have like assaulter day where you got to use an assaulter, get some kills. They have a grenader day, you got to throw some grenades, blow up tanks, stuff like that, so on and so forth. But essentially when you complete these tasks, you can turn in these tickets, and then they have this like red skin for the PPS 42, which I think looks really sick. And I mean, like I said, I'm all for like events where they're like encouraging people to play and do specific things, and then you get really cool skins on guns. It's a shame that you only get one and you can only put it on one guy, but like I was saying, this is a really good looking gun. So if you also agree, which I'm sure most of you will, I would definitely grind that out. Also, if you complete 8 days worth of tasks, you can also get a gold order for a weapon, so that's also always nice for those nice unique guns that come up very, very rarely. The last thing that I should mention is that for turning in some more tasks, you can also get some swords. So to any of you out there who are big fans of using melee combat weapons like swords, since they are one-hit kills, I would also say you should grind out for that as well. But that's pretty much it as far as the updates go. What I'm more interested in is, how do you guys feel about the changes to the grenades, whether that be the frags or the smokes? Do you think it's better that they're trying to differentiate between the explosive packs and the frag grenades? I personally think it is, because if they don't, then I mean, what's the reason of even having them in the game if you're not going to give them any, like, you know, uniqueness, or I guess like where you have to use it over another piece of equipment instead of having a one for all kind of thing. But that's just me. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. Don't forget to hit that like button and aim for that subscribe button as well, or shoot that like button, I should say. I don't know. But anywho's, Black Guy out.
Verteidigung hat dem Angriff standgehalten.